fun, so bought some new tools. Really kind of went all out here, kind of went crazy. Bought the new Festool 36E HEPA vacuum. This is it here. Let me roll it back a little bit. You can kind of see it there. So this is a new Festool vacuum. And then along with that, I also bought the TS75 skill saw. So I just got these, picked them up at Warehouse Paints in Auburn. I thought I'd just kind of open them up and see how they work. So let me start with the vac here. I pulled it out of the box first, and then I think I opened it up. Hose is inside. I guess I could read the directions, but I think I'll just put this thing together, see if it works. Bag comes out. Bag hooks over this. I have a couple of these. Tab goes up. I don't know if you can see that there. So the bag hooks over there. A tab holds that cardboard tab in there. And I think that's it. German made. So T25 screws. That looks good. Alright, got it all hooked up. Plugged it in. Auto, so when you plug the tool in, it just automatically goes on. That's pretty nice. Here's manual. There's on. Yeah, minimum back. Back out of auto. Comes up through here. Need to twist out of it. You unhook it, you just plug it in there. Get it around. Got a second MFT table. I do like it, even with some of the storage boxes on top. They still just slide right under there, which is really nice. Alright, well, let's take a look at this big saw. Here's my plan here, was to get the larger circular saw they have and the larger domino they have, and then we'll be milling lumber, and then with that milled lumber we'll be able to cut the larger, what do they call it, 8/4 slabs with the larger circular saw, and then join them with the larger domino. So I'm not going to do that today, but I'll pull them out and see how they look. So here's a larger TS75 circular saw. Have some sort of special click-in system for the cord to the vac. The vacuum, I'm going to turn this on to auto. See if the vacuum turns on first. Turn that around. It releases it. No safety there. The vacuum's working well. Got the clamping kit. I got my new larger 75 circular saw. Here's a track for it. And the new larger 36E vac. I got the vac kind of all figured out. Here's a circular saw. This is kind of a cool setup. I feel like I got a little cooking show going here with my little MFD table. So I think the vacuum system's working pretty well. There are a whole lot of bits and pieces on here that are pretty cool that I have not figured out yet. But this, oh no, this is a stop right here. So this is cool. I don't know, can you see that? This is you push it in and it sits on detents. Oh, thank God it's in inches too. And then that's a fixed stop, so you could plunge and then cut down to 1 inch all the way up to 2 3/4. I guess almost to 3 inches. So see here. Let's set it. I got 3/4 inch ply clamped down here. Let me try a 1/2 inch cut. There it goes. Ooh, shit, that's not good. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Zero dust. I'm going to clamp this board here. Yeah, there's zero dust. I'll tell you what, there's zero resistance, nothing like a new blade and horsepower. And then there's that 1/2 inch deep cut. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, let's see what else. So this green trigger on the back here does two things. It is a safety for the trigger itself, but it also releases the plunge. So see how it's locked up? It's locked up, I can't plunge it off, so the blade's hidden the whole time. And then this releases that lock to allow it to plunge. It stops at that setting there on the plunge. And so I have it on the track here, but here's a couple other cool things that I just saw about it as well. So this is right here on the back, the speed setting. And it says for solid woods, you want a speed range about 6, for chipboard 3 to 6, plastics 3 to 5, plaster and cement bonded fiberboard 1 to 3. So we'll set it, I guess, at about 5 for now. It does have solid shaft electronics, which is cool, so it has a smooth startup, so it doesn't just jump out at you. Surprisingly, it's not that heavy. I mean, I could certainly one-hand this better than I can my worm drive skill saw. One thing I'm curious to see how it works is how, like, if you were to plunge in the middle of the board rather than on the edge. So I'm just going to fire it up and then plunge it down to that 1/4 inch and then push forward from there. Oh man, that plunges beautifully. No jump, no run, nothing. One thing that's super cool too here is it actually, I don't know if you could see that there, is it has a riving knife right on the back of the blade, which is really nice for safety. The fact that that blade's concealed the whole time is really nice as well. Oh, and I don't know if you can see that. There are the stickers for the speed settings right there. So I think you snap your line down here, or I guess you draw your line there, and then I think this thing's just rubber enough to stick on the wood. I'm going to bring it up to that line. Again, I'm not going to do a through cut. I'm going to keep it at 1/4 inch. And then this thing drops in on here. Oh, it does look like I'm going to cut a little bit of plastic here. I don't know if that's a zero clearance cut. Oh, let's give it a try. Man, is that smooth. Oh my goodness. Better than a table saw almost. Oh, I guess when you give up that additional thickness of this track, there must be a way to recalibrate this to include the track. So that's kind of cool. That thing felt like a Cadillac. Here, just draw a line with the square here. And then see how well I can stay on that. This is zero clearance really. You just line this piece of now cut plastic right up to your line. Seems hard to believe this thing doesn't want to move anywhere. Drop this thing on here. Let me go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna set this at a half, but I do also have the thickness of this. I have not subtracted. So I got 2 hands. Just gonna unlock it and then hit it. Oh my, look at that. Right on my line, spot on. Oh, yeah, I moved it off. Perfect. Once again, I'm very impressed with this. This is a high school wood shop, so if anybody can figure out how to screw it up, we probably can. But so far, it's pretty nice. One thing I'm going to try right here, I'm going to make one more cut here. Let me move over this way. I'm going to make one more cut, and I'm actually just going to see if I can move it a teeny bit, if there's any lateral shift on this thing at all, or if really that little bit of grab is all it takes. Let me try that. No, there's none. So about right here is where I was just kind of moving it like this a little bit, just shaking it back and forth. And there's no wobble even. Yeah, there's no real wobble in that cut. About like the slab that we just milled the other day. It's pretty wet, really rough edges. I have the short track, but I also have the long track. I thought this is kind of the test. So we have naturally edged milled on our wood-mizer mill. It's on my MFT table. Had it clamped down. This track is just dropped on here. But what I'm trying to do is just get straight across here. So I'm actually not even striking a line. I'm actually using this board to strike my line right there. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, you know, with the rough cut, if it'll stay there. I am loving the saw. I am going to set this depth of cut here now. I guess probably about 1 3/4. Let's see what it does. All right, here we go. Too easy. That was unbelievable. Look at that cut. Like just a little bit of blowout, but really nothing. Super clean. Well, I love that. I didn't really expect this thing not to move around on that. I'm not sure why the power pause on that run. That might have actually just been my finger. Oh, that is cool. I like that. All right.